Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager Challenge Mode, the series where we make things difficult for ourselves with a lot of self-imposed rules and regulations, make the game a bit more challenging, hence the name. If you want to see those rules and regulations, they are in the video link description down below, so do go check those out. We also keep track of where we sit within those regulations as well, keeping track of our developments throughout the season. If you haven't already tried playing with these rules, I do highly recommend it. It's much more challenging and much more rewarding as well when you get a good result. And for those of you that have already tried it, please do let me know how you're doing in the comments. I'm really curious. Right, we are heading to COTA for round 19 tonight. Just 4 races to go. We currently sit 7th in the Constructors' Championship. Our target for the season is 8th. We are ahead of Haas by 4 points, but more crucially, we are ahead of McLaren by 12. All we need to do is make sure that we outscore McLaren by the end of the season, and we will achieve that target. In the Drivers' Championship, well, we're way down the order. Felipe has scored the vast bulk of our points with 28. Freddie has only chipped in with just a 2. We are coming off the back of a bad result, really, at Suzuka. I went into that race thinking we weren't going to do that well, and then with a rain hit qualifying, we actually qualified very well and started even higher thanks to some penalties for other drivers. But in the end, where I feared it would be a lack of pace that undid us that weekend, it actually turned out to be a lack of talent. But unfortunately, we can't really criticise the drivers too much. I mean, they're both young, they're both rookies, they're in their first ever season of Formula One, and they have performed fantastically, on balance throughout the season, as is evident by the fact that we have, 30 points. So, yeah, we'll kind of forgive what went on at Suzuka and put it off down to just a bad day. But hopefully things will be a little bit better for us here at COTA. If we can get another good qualifying and start quite high up the order again, which is possible depending on whether we get rain or penalties for other teams, then maybe we could actually do something with that. We'll have to see. How you doing, Packins? Good to see you. Evening, Anthony. Evening, Mr. Water. Good to see you both. Right, we have damage to the car, which we need to address. As you can see, we are missing front wings, but if I remember correctly, we do have a new front wing on the way, which will arrive in time for the new Grand Prix. So we're not going to build any replacement rear wings on the current spec. We're going to wait till the day of and then emergency manufacture some new front wings to fit straight onto the cars. Let's take a look at what else we've got to do. Do we have points? We do have the possibility of Freddie getting a point for the next race. Nothing for Felipe. He's just had a point, and I think our staff are still off. Yeah, no points for them. Can we do any facility upgrades? That helipad still hasn't ticked over yet. I thought that would have degraded by now, but maybe we'll be able to get it refurbed before the next race. Is there anything else that we really need to give a boost to? Not really. We can't do any more car development facilities. We've reached our 2 upgrades in that category limit for the season. So we've got 33 million that we can't really do anything with. We'll just have to emergency manufacture a lot of parts to spend it, I think. Speaking of, let's advance some time. Alright, let's see. There we go. It has now degraded. We are short on chassis. Let's go ahead and manufacture a new chassis, just so we have an extra one. What else did it say we were short on? Was it side pods? I'm not worried about side pods. Yeah, everything else is okay. The helipad is now ready to be refurbed. Let's go ahead and do that. 6 days. We will get that fixed in time for COTA. Good stuff. There is the refurb. What's the maximum engineers you can get? It's 20 in total, but you need a design center level 4 for that. I think, if I remember rightly, we are limited to 12 in the series. I can't remember if I put that rule in or not. It's recommending Teo. Well, we are locked with our drivers for the next 4 seasons after this one, so that's not going to happen. Let's see. Refurb is done. Yep, let's just advance to the next day. And there we go, our brand new front wing. Now, this could be an amazing upgrade for us. This is the last of our big upgrades. I think it's the last of our upgrades total for this season. There's not really much point manufacturing anything else now, given there's only 4 races, including this one. So at the earliest, it's going to be, even if we rush something, it's going to be, what, 3 races left, maybe only 2. So it really isn't worth making any more new parts. Let's first of all take a look at the performance gains. Oh, look at that improvement to our cornering speed. And it gives us a nice acceleration boost as well. Oh, this is really going to help us out. And we get a nice brake upgrade as well. Excellent stuff. So we're going to emergency manufacture 4 of these. I want to have 2 spares, just in case, given the shenanigans that went on at Suzuka. And let's go ahead and fit those onto the car. Alright, so yeah, we are still lacking in top speed a little bit. Very much lacking in DRS. That's going to need addressing next season. And we also need to address our engine cooling as well next season. Help keep our engines in tip-top condition for as long as possible. But I do feel a little more confident now going into this Grand Prix, given the huge cornering boosting that we've just got from that new front wing. So yes, I think we are going to get both cars into Q2. I'm actually going to go for that one. Do I think we are going to get fastest lap? No, but it's an incentive, not a guarantee. I am going to guarantee both our cars in the top 15. We don't need the money, but it gives us something to aim for, doesn't it? And yeah, we can't do anything about the streaks there being done. So let's go to COTA.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. We're in Austin, but there are no wild cowboys on the track this weekend, just some serious horsepower. It's sure to be a race to remember. The Circuit of the Americas has it all. Twists and turns, steep climbs, fast corners, and a power-hungry Sector 2. Quite a headache to balance, even if teams will be looking at maximising downforce overall. This is it. We're down to the last few races of the season, and it's time for that final push. Who will be crowned champion at the end of it all? We'll find out soon enough. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Okay, no rain, so that will make quali a little bit tougher, but it's probably better for our drivers in the race that it's a dry race. So let's take a look at getting the cars set. We're going to start off by swapping out the car parts, as we always do. Let's put in the old knackered bits. There we go. We'll leave that gearbox in. Let's take a look at the sliders. So pretty centrally balanced on that one. And pretty centrally balanced on that one as well. So let's start with Felipe's car. I'm going to go with a 9, I think, on the front wing for this car. 13 on the rear, a 1.9. Just about fits. 3.5 and a 0.55. And let's give that a go. I'm not sure how many laps to go for. I'm going to go 17 laps. And I think I'll go 16 laps on Freddy. It's quite a long lap, so I don't think... Geez, 17 laps might be the sweet spot. I'll just go 18 laps on Freddy. 16 might just be a little bit too short. But yeah, I don't think we need a particularly long run. We're going to go a little bit more reduced on this one, so we're going to go with an 8 front wing, a 13 rear, a 2.8, a 3.45, and a 0.25. So a bit of variance on this setup. And we'll go 18 laps. And there we go.
Radio check. Radio check. Green light, green light.
Did I take a look at Football Manager? Yes, I did. It is awkward to play control-wise, but if you click L3, then you can switch between the really cumbersome tab selection with the stick to just having a mouse cursor, pointer, which is much easier for a lot of base navigation. Oh, and yeah, Mr. Waters just echoed that point in the chat as well. Right, let's get them to protect the car. There we go. We have a VSC.
Oh, there's a spin!
You're safe.
Let's see what happened there. Now watch this.
Oh,
Lewis
oh,
Hamilton
we were
involved
close
in this one.
involved in that. Look at that. Oh,
They
I think we
sunk
got
the
hit.
car. What a disaster!
Yeah, Hamilton got a penalty for that. Where's Farrow when you need him? He'd be loving that. 17 laps on Felipe's car, 18 laps. Yeah, it is 16 laps that we need for this one. So let me make a note of that in my book.
Virtual safety car ending.
There we go. Right, did we take any damage? I'm not even sure which one of my drivers was involved in that. No aero damage to either car, that's good. And no tyre damage either by the look of it.
Sounds like a spin.
Sights with a wobble. Gearbox taking a bit more wear. That's absolutely fine.
What's your thoughts on coming in or doing any more?
88% is pretty good. It's not a bad start. Something to work with. What about Felipe? Ooh, only 68. That's not good. That's not good at all. Right. I'm actually going to call my cars in now. And then we'll give him a good long run in the second stint. We need to save our... Actually, no, we're not too bad on tyre wear with these drivers, so I was thinking maybe we need to save the hard tyres, but might not. I'm not sure. I'll think about it. Might be worth having that extra set just in case of a safety car. Okay, let's convert to a 1.9. Let's go with an 8.5 on the front. I really need to change the toe, so let's go to a 6.5 there. And I think we might just about get away with that. Let's put on some fresh tyres, and the run plan can only be 17 laps. It won't let me go to 18 because the wear rate. We'll just have to extend the stint. Alright, this one needs a lot of work. So, is this going to be a 13 or a 13 point... sorry, 12.5 or a 13.5? I only have 13s in my setup book. Let's go with a 13.5. Let's drop the rear wing down to an 8. Let's change that to a 2.8. Let's just go to a 3.7. And let's try that. Let's see how that goes. This is a complete shot in the dark, but I think that might be the right way to go. And we can go 18 laps on this one for some reason. That's a bit... Oh no, we're already on 17 laps, aren't we? Okay, there we go. Congrats on the platinum there, Farah. We were just talking about you. Hamilton spun and picked up a penalty for clipping us, and I knew somewhere in the background that you would be cheering that. So once again, we're not quite sure what the pace of the car is. We're running worn, knackered components on our lowest pace settings, and we're getting them to avoid curbs and driving clear air as well, and consequently we are 1.5 seconds slower than Nicholas Latifi. But I do think we've got some pretty good pace for this Grand Prix. At least with the car has pretty good pace. How much the drivers can extract from that is yet to be determined, but it's certainly safe to say that, you know, if we were to stick Alonso in one of these cars, he would go considerably faster, maybe nearly a second faster. You'll watch it later and no doubt laugh. Yeah.
I think we've had a car run wide.
Alright, this is our shot in the dark setup.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
76,
How does
although
it
it's
feel?
not as big an improvement as I was hoping. Still plenty of work. That to me suggests we've either got, well, to me probably suggests that we've got some things right, but we've also gone wrong with the rear wing and also the roll bar. We'll see when we get back to the garage. But look at that though, Vesti up to 98%. We gained 10% there, and a tow change is probably all we need to get that up to 100. That's very encouraging. How streamlined is Football Manager? You're hoping it's still miles better than the FIFA efforts. Well, anything is better than the FIFA efforts. But yeah, it's a big improvement over FIFA Manager mode anyway. Alright, so where did we go wrong? Let's have a look. Oh no, we got the rear wing right. We're way off on braking stability and cornering. Traction's actually good as well. So the two things I thought would be wrong are I'm right. Okay, happy to be disproved on that one. So let's go with that. See how that goes. We're not going to be going back out, but we'll make the changes now. And there we go. Yeah, it's just the toe that needs changing. I'm going to go to a 0.55. Let's see if that is all we need. It might be the wrong way, but we've got plenty of time to correct that if that's the case. Alright, first session in the books. Oh, lots of penalties. Hamilton is taking a grid penalty because of the collision. Whether he's taking an engine penalty on top, I don't know. Sainz has a penalty, Alonso, Perez, and Ocon as well. So yeah, we could gain, potentially, a few positions on the grid here. Alright, second session, and do I want to keep extra hards or do I want to keep extra mediums? If we're going to go hard, medium, medium, maybe keeping a third set of mediums might be better. Choices. Yeah, I'm going to keep the extra set of mediums because, as I say, our drivers are pretty good on their tyre wear, so I'm not overly concerned about needing an extra set of hards. As a result, we're going to go with a nice long run. So it would normally be 16 laps. 25 will give us a really good run. And if we've got these setups right, then we won't need to call them in and change them again. Now, if I was using the pairing of, say, Piastri and Doohan, both with horrific tyre wear, then I would be keeping the extra hards and using mediums. But I would, Freddie is like 84, I think, on his smoothness. He's very good. Felipe is only a couple of points lower than him, so tyre wear is not a concern for these two. Alright, so once again, let's make sure that they're looking after the car. There we go.
We've just had a car run wide.
I'm expecting the Mercedes to be very quick here. They are traditionally very strong at this circuit. Hamilton half a second faster than Russell, which makes me think that he may have taken a new engine as well. In fact, we can actually have a look at that. Let's see. Let's go. Timings. Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, no, that's Vesti. Leclerc's on a new engine. Sainz is on an old engine. Oh, got a big crash. Who's crashed? It's not us.
Car in the wall.
Yeah, copy.
Who has gone in the wall? It's a penalty for someone as well. Schumacher's out. He's been hit by a McLaren by the look of it. Yeah, it's Norris. Ooh. Yeah, that's a big impact. That smashed that car to bits. Right, where were we? So, let's have a look again. We're looking at a strong engine for Leclerc, an older engine for Sainz. Ricciardo is on a 72% engine, 73 for Norris. Perez is on an old engine. Hamilton not on a new engine, so yeah, he's just got a penalty then just for his collision. Alonso, we know he's taking a new engine. Or is it Ocon? No, Ocon's taking the new engine, isn't it? He's got a whole raft of new components in the car. Latifi, Albon. Schumacher might well have to take some new components, given that wipeout there. Yeah, there's a few cars in there with some quite old engines. That's going to do us a power good. So Hamilton's pace is very strong without having a brand new engine. We're at 94% for Felipe, so a little bit of work still needed, but not far off now. And did I go the right way with Freddie? Yes, I did. Excellent stuff. Okay, just a few more laps. Need to keep Felipe out a little bit longer because his knowledge isn't quite there yet. There we go, now we'll call him in. So that is spot on, that's good to see. And let's take a look, where do we need to improve? Still the braking stability. So let's pull that way. I think that might be it. And we'll do a soft tyre run for the final session. keep that extra set of mediums just to cover us off on a safety car. What I might even do is use mediums in the first round of qualifying, just because we'll have less softs. We'll only have 2 sets of softs available for the entire qualifying, unless we make Q3, which is unlikely. But given the engine situation for a lot of the cars, let's see. Yeah, Alonso's taking a penalty as well. That might be for a collision. Norris is taking a penalty for his collision with Schumacher. Schumacher not taking a penalty yet, so maybe he's not putting new parts in the car. We'll keep an eye on that for the next session. But I might run really strong engines this weekend. See if we can't scoop up a couple of extra points.
Ready to check.
It should be green now.
Schumacher's taking a new gearbox. He might already have that gearbox in stock, so that doesn't mean he's going to get a penalty, but he has put a new gearbox in the car, thanks to that wreck.
Did somebody spin out there?
Right, just waiting to see if we've nailed Felipe.
I think someone's run wide.
Please be 100%. Boom, there we go. Fantastic. And we've had to figure that one out because I did not have a 13.5 rear wing setup. Or a 3.7 setup for that matter. So that one will definitely be getting added to the book.
Sounds like someone's gone wide there.
Let's do that now before I forget. So 8, 13.5, 3.7, minus 3.45, and a 1. No, a 0. A 1. I don't know where that came from. Right, there we go. Practice is done. Both our drivers are going to get the full 15 out of 15 bonus. We've got a new setup for the book. And we haven't damaged any of our new front wings. There is a risk with our cars getting faster and faster that our drivers are going to find it harder and harder to cope, and that they might be a little bit more prone to incidents. But we did also get a nice little boost to our brake cooling with that front wing, so hopefully that will counter some of those negative drawbacks and keep lockups at least to a minimum.
The checkered flag is now out.
Alright, session over. Oh wow, Hamilton's a second off the pace. It's got to be a tyre thing, surely. Look how fast Verstappen and Leclerc were. Wow. Where did those laps come from? Alright, let's head into quali. Let's get the cars set up. Let's swap out the engine. I've got a 78 and I've got an 88. I've got to maximise our chance of getting a result, so we're going to go with the 88 and the 90. For the ERS, we want, modules that aren't rubbish. What's that one on? 62, that's fine. Stick with that one. Gearbox, let's go with that one. And that one. One flying lap. Do I start on mediums? I'm only really going to get one run on each of these tyres. I'm going to get one set back for the race / third quali if we make third quali. We'll just do one run. We'll wait till the end of the session. We'll just do one run on these softs and then one run on the next set and see if that's all we need. I hope that's all we need.
Radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, it's green now.
Vesti and Teo were a nightmare. You had the car but not the drivers. That's why it took you 4 seasons to get the plat. We'll see. I've got a feeling that we can get some good results with these guys in our second season.
Looks like there's been a lockup.
I have to wait till the end now. As far as tinting goes, stay subscribed. As someone who went dark for a couple of years myself, it's nice knowing that you have people to come back to. Right, I'm actually a little concerned that we might have left it too long. Might have to take manual control here. Trouble is, if I do that, I'm going to run into the back of Joe, Albon and Latifi pretty quickly. Let's do it. Need to make sure we at least get a time in.
No saving required.
Copy.
We can push more.
Yep.
So we just need to push now.
Okay, copy.
Alright, here we go. What kind of pace can we throw out of the car? Well, we're closing on Joe. Which is a good sign. Right, crossing the line, and 11th. That's not bad. And 13th for Freddie. Only a 10th off. That's encouraging. That's very encouraging. And look at all those penalties. We're definitely going to move up the grid a little bit, regardless of where we qualify. Right, let's do a scrub run at the start of the session.
Radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Always a sign season end is approaching. Yeah, but normally you get a lot of penalties at Singapore, and we got, what, 3 in total? And then a couple more in Kota, in Suzuka. I wasn't expecting that many penalties here. I know that at least 2 of those penalties, or 2 drivers with penalties, are getting them for collisions, Norris and Hamilton. I don't think they're taking engine penalties, so they're just going to get a 3-place drop. but everyone else is looking at 5 to 10 places per part, depending on whether it's their first or second penalty on that part. Alright, scrub run. Gonna have some traffic to deal with. Managed to get ahead of the cars into turn 1, that was important. And that's Russell in the way. No, it's Hamilton. Red Bull stays clear, but that does compromise our line into that corner slightly. Vesti clears both cars, that's good. And that Ferrari shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it won't be. So what can we do on scrubs? A 136.4, it's not great. 2 tenths slower for Vesti. Still, new tyres for the second run. Nobody going early. There we go. Got our drivers out in good air. Can we make Q3? We're not far off. Farming Sim's not been on sale yet, has it? I've not seen it pop up on sale. I have to say I'm a little surprised by that. Alright, what can Vesti do? Can he drag himself up into the top 10? If he can, he's probably going to get knocked back down again by his teammate. He is 4 tenths off, so I'm not expecting him to make it. Oh wow, look at that. Huge improvement. I don't think Vesti's going to make it through. I think he's still going to get knocked out, but Felipe might squeeze through. Hamilton improves. We're on the bubble. It's down to Gasly, Norris and Joe, and yep, there we go. Joe doesn't improve. Norris doesn't knock us out. We are through into the top 10. Woo. Oh, that's nice. And look at all those penalties as well. Norris has that penalty, so we are going to start ahead of him. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the top 10, all with penalties. It's not inconceivable for us to be qualifying in like 5th or 6th. Do I really want to? Given that, I'm going to save those tyres. I will set a scrub time, but I'll save the fresh set just in case we get a late safety car that we can use.
Ready to check?
Yeah, if you're looking for, you know, some sim games in my backlog, I mean, there's, you know, City Skylines, Railway Empire, Subnautica 1 and 2. What else is there in there? A little bit of the first Train Sim World. Obviously there's this. I'm sure there's other sim games. Obviously there's a load of farming sim content from 17 and a bit from 19. No, I don't have No Man's Sky. Well, I did have a little bit of No Man's Sky when it first, about a year or so after it came out, but no one was really watching it, and so I just stopped doing it. The game's changed so much since then as well. I thought about getting back into it at some point, but I don't have the motivation to play it. I'm sure I'm missing other sim games as well. Yeah, mine's drawn a blank. I know there's other stuff out there, but on the channel, but I can't remember what it is. It's been a while. It's been a very long while. Alright, so as predicted, we are way off the pace with these tyres, but given that we are going to jump 4 or 5 places just by way of penalties, seems unnecessary to try and gain that 1 extra place just by burning up a new set of tyres. So there we go. Verstappen takes pole from Leclerc, and those two comfortably faster than everybody else. It's going to be a 2-horse race for this Grand Prix. Oh, no, wait, Leclerc has a penalty. So I think, unless there's a safety car that closes the field right up, I think Max is probably going to walk this one.
The time has come to fight it out. It's race day.
Aston Martin performed well during the qualifying session, and they're rewarded with a good grid position for the race. AlphaTauri did rather well in qualifying. Let's see if they can manage to achieve a strong start for the race itself. And the clouds today look very ominous, which means that teams may have to contend with rain at some point during the race.
No doubt, there's a lot to contend with here at the United States Grand Prix. It's going to be a thrilling outcome to a thrilling weekend.
Okie dokie. Right, cars are set. It's time to work on strategy. I'm thinking medium, medium, hard. And then we've got that extra set of mediums if we get a safety car not long after the hard tyres, and if we get a late safety car, we've still got a brand new set of softs that we can call on as well. So I don't think there's anything we can really do to improve. Oops. Maybe that. We are going to run those right towards the canvas. But yeah, we'll go with that, and we'll do the same strat for both drivers. If I had a car with more pace, combined with drivers who could utilise that extra pace, I would probably go mediums, hards, mediums, but I want to give my drivers the best chance of staying further up the grid for as long as possible, so we want to keep them on mediums to stay with the cars in front of us. I'm going to take 1 lap of fuel out on both cars, and yeah, we're starting 7th and 8th. That's pretty tasty. So fingers crossed we can get a good result and score some points here.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race, but the atmosphere, as ever, is electric. Aston Martin there. A top 10 position today, but will they be able to capitalise on it? There's the second Aston Martin. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. Will their hard work pay off today? Here we go. It's the United States Grand Prix. It's lights out, and
Okay,
away
Leclerc's
we go.
right behind us, so he's not as far back as I thought he'd be. And he's already jumped. He's already jumped Vesty.
Probably P9.
He's going to go storming through the field with that new engine of his.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
I didn't even see the
Take a
overtake
look
happen
now.
that quick.
Watch this. There's Leclerc.
Just straight round the outside, yeah. Okay, so Magnussen's ahead of us. We want to beat Magnussen because we want to outscore Haas if we can. And we definitely want to outscore Norris. And Ricciardo is so far back that I don't think he's going to be a threat in this race. And that new rear wing will hopefully give us a much better chance of following through the dirty air in corners like this. I wish there was an instruction to just let the car behind go. I don't want to be losing time fighting Leclerc when I know I've got no chance of beating him. And what it's going to do is cost me time. Rather just let him through and concentrate on keeping pace with Magnussen. Try and let Leclerc pull me along. But that option does not exist at the moment. Maybe in the next game. Right, Vesti is starting to get dropped. No surprise there.
So use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Let's keep him close for when DRS comes on next lap. And maybe we can drop Norris in the process. That would be good if we can drop Norris, who has gone ahead of Perez. Perez running a very old engine. But it's still a Red Bull, so we still have to be wary of that.
So DRS is enabled now.
Gasly's dropped off the back of Sainz, so that's going to make him vulnerable to Magnussen.
So use energy if you
Make
need
sure
it.
we do drop Norris.
Copy.
And let's see if we can't make a move on Magnussen here.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, not quite. If he hadn't had that DRS, I think we'd have got him. And Norris is still hanging on in the DRS. Right, Magnussen is all over the back of Gasly, so he should get him this lap. I wonder if we can follow through.
Energy if you need it.
Okay, copy.
Really do not want to push tyres at any point in this race because the tyre wear here is brutal. Yeah, I thought we might be able to make a lunge under braking, but not quite. I thought we'd be under more pressure from Leclerc. I'm quite pleased that we're able to comfortably hold him back. Although it's only because we've got DRS. If we didn't have that, he'd be straight past us. No question of that. Alright, Magnussen having a look around the outside. and gets him.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Yeah, copy.
All right, we're close. Can we hold him off?
Good job.
Got the inside line.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
And we convert the position. Gee, I don't want to go harvest, I want to go neutral. There we go. Oh, he's trying to fight back. Magnussen goes defensive. And we get boxed in.
Let's focus.
Got to burn battery now just to edge back ahead.
You're doing a good job.
Need to be in the driving seat for the DRS straight.
Still a lot to play for.
Oh, we got squeezed, and now Leclerc's all over the back of us.
That's a position gained for Alpha Tauri.
I think Ferrari's going to jump us here. It's very clumsy. So we're stuck in this little status quo, and we've almost killed our battery to do it. And because we're stuck like this, we haven't been able to break away enough to get rid of Norris. Every time we do, we get held up in a braking zone and he's able to close back up again. See, Leclerc is swarming all over the back of our gearbox as we're swarming all over the back of Gasly. I'd like to try and charge up, but I just can't take that risk right now. If we were second in the queue, we didn't have a Ferrari breathing down our necks, then yeah, we could do that. But given where we are, have to keep deployment on neutral. I do think we've got maybe a touch more pace than the two cars in front. Oh, someone's locked up. It's Sainz. Oh, now that makes things interesting.
Oh, big lock up there.
Sainz will increase the pace of Magnussen, which will increase the pace of everybody behind. I'm going to see if I can just sneak a little bit of battery here. Alright, it's not a huge gain, but we've gained about, what, 15% battery there on that lap. Even in Milan. Vesti is vulnerable again. And just stays in DRS. Okay, that's good. But I will give him a little push.
Use energy if you need.
Actually, I don't need to. There's no point us trying to push an overtake now, because we're not going to make one. We just don't quite have enough straight line speed to force that issue. As Bottas pits. Oh wow, so somewhere on soft tyres at the start. Alonso pitting as well. So the soft runners coming in were behind us. So the advantage of their tyres really didn't help them out at all. That's good. Hamilton's on softs as well. And he's behind Russell. That's not helping him. Although those two might be swapping positions. I've not really been paying that much attention. Ocon also on softs. Those tyres are holding up pretty well actually at 54%. But yeah, with the pace of the Ferrari pulling the whole train along, there's not really much point trying to force the issue. Especially when we don't really have the tyres or battery to do that. If we can just maintain. Maybe get a little bit of recharging done here and there where we can, like this. That'll put us in a little bit healthier position later. It's really risky trying to charge it behind a Ferrari. And there is Hamilton into the pits. So where's he going to drop out? Oh, Magnussen made a move on sides. And Hamilton is out in 14th. Okay, so let's see, that cost him about 20 seconds. Leclerc's starting to look a little bit punchy. Yeah, the regulations are tough for us. They're going to be tougher next season because they do include pre-season as well. So yeah, we can only make 2. It's not 2 underfloors total. It's 2 by putting hours in. We can still do underfloors without hours, but obviously the effect is going to be significantly less. Oh, come on, Vesti, don't drop out.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Wow, 20% deployment down that straight, and we have dropped out. Got to really stay in that slipstream. There we go. Yeah, so it's two parts per part, if that makes sense, that have hours put into them, and then no restrictions on anything else. So, you know, we can make as many suspensions as we want, or as many underfloors as we want, as long as we don't use any wind tunnel hours or CFD hours. But if we use hours, there's a maximum of 2 with hours per season. So I think we're on our 3rd underfloor, I think. But only one of them has... I can't remember, did I do a 3rd underfloor or not? Yeah, we did 2 with hours. I don't know if we've done 1 without hours. I know we did a rear wing without hours, which is why our DRS speeds are still atrocious. But yeah, with pre-season, obviously we're going to want to really boost the car as much as we can before the first race, but it does mean that it limits how many big upgrades we can bring later in the season, if we do that. So I'm thinking a major underfloor at the start of the season in pre-season, then a minor one early in the season, and then a major one later in the season around the mid-season break. Try and get that in for Spa or something, or maybe Monza. I need 2 major rear wings next season. Need to really improve the DRS. Well, what, 15th in acceleration, 19th in speed, or the other way around. It's not great. Try and sneak a little bit more battery. I can't really charge Freddy because that Ferrari's so fast in an acceleration that he will just get dropped the second I try and charge up through this opening sector, which means he then doesn't get DRS, which means he then has to burn battery just to stay in range. Felipe is a little bit better placed. I've left him vulnerable. Leclerc's finally going to push him through. I'm not too worried about that. Like I said, it's probably better that we let the Ferrari go. We don't have the pace to hold him back all race. He's on a brand new engine.
Ferrari, advance the race position.
And it's a much better car than we have, so we can use him to charge Freddy and Felipe. It'll be much easier for Felipe and Freddy to charge up now with Leclerc in front of us rather than behind us. Just got to be wary that we don't drop to Norris. In fact, we might even now be in a position where we can drop Norris. Let's give that a go.
Used energy.
Robin.
Verstappen pits, so we're going to start seeing some of these medium runners pitting. I am wondering if I maybe try and undercut with Freddy. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to try and undercut with Freddy. Ah, damn it, we didn't trigger it quickly enough.
Box, box. Box, box.
Copy, box.
Okay, so we're going to deliberately slow down Freddy a bit. Actually, no, he's on a Zin lap, isn't he? Right, Freddy needs to push. Make sure he doesn't get undercut by the guys who have just pitted.
Happy to push.
Copy.
So use energy.
Okay, copy.
Hopefully Freddy will
Energy if you need it.
Yep, copy.
at least hold position, if maybe even gain a place. And hopefully I can keep Felipe in range of Leclerc now that Leclerc's in clear air and is just going to bolt for the heavens. Russell pits. Leclerc stays out.
Into the pit.
There goes Freddie. Perez
Yeah,
pitting
comes
right
up.
behind him as well.
Use pit limiter.
Need a good stop here. No, we got held. Damn it. We got held for Perez. And we lost positions to almost everybody. Even Norris. That's not good. Damn it. That's just because we didn't quite get that pit stop in time. Right. Well, we're back behind
Back
Magnussen.
Copy.
And we have one lap fresher tyres. I think Felipe is going to be in much better shape though, because he's been keeping pace with Leclerc. Let's really attack the last couple of corners.
Pit lane.
Copy that.
And Leclerc boxes as well. Right, I think we're moving again. Nope. Time's going on now. Now we're off. We are going to lose out to Sainz. Can we get ahead of Gasly? And be side by side, I think. Well, Gasly gets us both.
Tsunoda is pitting
But we
this
get out
lap.
ahead of Norris and Perez. That was important. That was very important. And we're still in range of Leclerc. Who is no doubt going to swoop straight past Gasly here. Oh, we missed DRS. Alright, so Leclerc is through. I don't think Gasly's going to stay with him. I think this sector might see Leclerc just break away. Hopefully he does. It'll be much easier for us to stick with Gasly than it will be Leclerc. Yeah, Gasly's dropped out. Just. So now we can get charging.
We just need to charge up.
Copy.
Trying to grab little tiny bits of battery where we can. And I'm going to have to spend some on Vesti actually. I dropped him too far behind.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
There's a risk that Felipe might drop out as well. Yeah, he did. Alright, well, we'll just have to sit tight again for a bit. It's just a little bit too close at the moment to the edge of dropping off for us to actually successfully charge our battery. I think Gasly is running that new engine. Double check. No, he's not, but he is running a pretty strong engine. If things stay like this, we will increase our gap over both McLaren and Haas, further securing our chance of getting P8 in the Constructors, which will be worth money, which we can't really spend at the moment, thanks to the regulations that we've imposed on ourselves. Oh, we're going to drop out of DRS again, aren't we? I don't have any battery really to push with. Just got to hope. That I can get some slipstream here. Okay, we just about managed to hold off Norris there, but we are right on the cusp again. But yeah, more importantly, it will please the board and secure our future. I mean, the board are already very happy with us, given that we scored some fantastic results, including a podium. It will have a negative effect on how much we can develop the car next season, though. If we do get 8th, we'll get less hours. And we're out of DRS again. We just don't quite have enough pace. I need more battery to get closer. I need to get within like half a second. I've got to just throw everything we've got and hope. In fact, actually, I'm going about this backwards. Let's let Norris through. We'll be right on his tail. And we'll be able to charge much more efficiently. Oh, he didn't get us. Ah, great. So he's going to swoop past us here, and we are possibly going to lose out to Perez as well. No, we'll hold off Perez, but Norris should get us here at the inside.
Let's focus.
Oh, he's locked up. He's locked up. Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
This was the Aston Martin.
Oh, that
And McLaren with a
screws
great
things up a
overtake.
little.
So use energy if you need it.
Copy.
Oh, And Freddie's dropped out of range as well. It's just gone horribly wrong in the space of one corner. Both drivers now in no man's land. And Vesti won't have the pace without the DRS to stay with Magnussen. So let's start charging him, which will allow Felipe to catch him. And then we can get them swapping to try and hopefully close the gap back up. Yeah, not a great lap. We are still on for a point. As things currently stand, we will lose a bit of points to the cars that we're chasing, but we'll still hold 7th place as things stand. Haas will only gain 1 point on us. Right, our boys are nearly together. Oh, come on, Felipe.
Let's take a closer look. So this was the Aston Martin. They lose it there. That's the spin.
2 spins and 2 laps, or a lock-up and a spin.
That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Alright, well there goes that plan. I'm just going to charge them both up and then just let them run. And we'll just have to see what happens. And that's a lot of mistakes creeping in at the end of the season. Yeah, we had multiple mistakes from Felipe in Suzuka, and now 2 mistakes in quick succession here. I did caution at the start of the stream that with the car getting faster, there was a chance that we would see more mistakes creeping in. And that seems to be holding true, unfortunately. Still, we have a comfortable lead over the Alpines for now. If it keeps spinning, that's going to disappear very quickly. Let's see what Vesti can do in neutral. He has enough battery to push for a full lap if he needs to. Perez has not caught Gasly, so hopefully Perez will slow down the cars in front with that old engine of his. So Norris jumps him in the DRS. So the gap across the line is 4.3, 4.4 seconds. Let's see what it is after a lap. Someone else has locked up. Please be somebody. No, it's Tsunoda. Last corner.
Sounds like someone's locked up. Let's take a look at the replay. Now let's look at this. The focus on Tsunoda. That lockup.
Well, Vesti does look like he's gaining. He's going to lose time in the DRS zones, but he's making time up everywhere else. And that is almost enough battery for me to turn off harvest for Felipe as well. Alright, so Vesti did a 141.6. So yeah, he gained 0.4 on Magnussen. Alonso pits. He's gone on to hards. Is that him through to the end now? Because I think he started on softs, didn't he? Let's have a look. Yeah, he started on softs. He's done only 16 laps on the mediums. Yellow flag is sector 2. Who's gone wide?
Oh, did someone run wide?
Tsunoda again.
Let's have a look. Now let's look at this.
He's not having a good season.
Oh,
That
dear,
might
dear,
have damaged his
dear.
underfloor.
That's far w-
Those sausage curbs are quite vicious. Okay, Vesti's got the gap down to under 3 seconds. He is closing. Five-second gap between our drivers. Yeah, we gained 0.6 on that lap. And a 144.4 for Felipe. And another lockup.
Was that a lockup on the
It's
track?
Tsunoda again,
Take a
my
look now.
god.
Now look at this.
Someone's
It was
having
the
worse
AlphaTauri
problems than
driver.
we are.
Oh, and there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted.
Alright, fuel is fine. When are we due to stop? 5 laps. It's been a relatively incident-free race. There's been a couple of lockups, a couple of spins, but no one's gone into a barrier yet. No VSC, no safety car.
We're not okay on fuel.
Yeah, we're fine on fuel. But what is encouraging is the fact that we are closing back in on this group. The new front wing is definitely working its stuff. And it's through this first sector where we're gaining a big chunk of time. Look at that, we gained half a second in the first sector. So, do I try and undercut with Freddie? Might be worth a go. Let's get him to really push his tyres, and we'll undercut.
Push now.
We'll come in 2 or 3 laps earlier than planned. He's got better tyre wear than Felipe. Not by much, but a little bit. So he'll make the the hards last that little bit longer. So if we go one more lap and then maybe box him at the end of this next lap, or maybe go one more lap after that. Ocon pits, that's him going to the ends. Bottas as well. They are the other soft starters, which means Hamilton's going to be pitting soon. Maybe the end of this lap. And as predicted, Verstappen is just running away with this. If Leclerc had been at the start, been at the front at the start, it would have been a much tighter battle, but that penalty dropped him out of contention for the win. Unless there's a safety car to bunch the field back up. Yeah, I'm going to box Vesti this lap.
Box.
I'm going to try and get an undercut on the cars in front. See if we can come out ahead of Norris and Perez and Magnussen. There's Hamilton in the pits. These guys in front of us are probably going to pit in about 2 laps time.
Yep. So use pit limiter.
And now we'll push Felipe and get him to pit next lap. And again, see if we can close up a little bit with an undercut.
Box.
And there we go, Zhou's coming in.
Drop back a bit.
Okay, copy.
Verstappen's in. need the guys we're fighting, Perez, Norris and Magnussen, to stay out another 2, maybe 3 laps for this undercut to work. Russell and Sainz are in. Gasly's in. Perez and Norris and Magnussen are all pitting as well. Ah, damn it. Well, maybe Freddie will at least close the gap. Get back into DRS range.
Copy.
Joe gets out of the way. We're going to jump Norris, I think, maybe. No, not quite, but we are right on the tail. That is exactly what we wanted, and that has also brought Felipe a couple of seconds closer as well.
Yeah, take it easy.
With that pushing inlet. Magnussen's vulnerable, so we can fill up the battery here.
Got loads of energy.
Yeah, copy.
At last, a chance for Freddie of Vesti to prove his quality. And Leclerc's in. Right, it's a bit clean now for the rest of the race, please, boys. No more lockups, no more running wide, no more spins. We can still get good points out of this race.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Copy.
Let's make a move on Magnussen here. There we go. Up to 9th.
That's it.
We haven't quite shook Magnussen yet.
You can use energy.
Copy.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
Just straight up the inside there.
Someone's run wide. Here's the replay. Now let's watch this. The Alfa Romeo involved in this one. Oh dear, that's... Is that a new race position for Haas?
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
Right, let's have another crack at Magnussen here. I'm going to push Felipe, try and get him into this into this fight as well. And we'll keep the battery switched on. That's the mistake we made last time. Turning it off way too soon. There we go. That's going to get us in range of Norris, and hopefully we can actually drop Magnussen as well. Not quite dropping Magnussen, but we will be in range of Norris. Now we can turn the battery off. Alright, we swoop on through. Ah, Norris being stubborn. Let's slow this train down a little bit now, so we can get Felipe involved.
We're not okay on fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Before he runs out of battery. Norris is just going to jump us. As long as Magnussen doesn't get us as well.
Currently P9, P9.
That's good.
McLaren gain a position.
How much is YouTube Premium, Mr. Watson? Ooh, £12 a month. Yeah, it's not worth it for me. I'll take the adverts. Alright, Felipe is out of battery. We almost got him in range. I'm going to risk dropping off the back of Norris here just to keep Magnussen as slow as I can.
Used energy.
Copy.
Yeah, the adverts are annoying as hell, but that's too much. If it was a £5 a month, yeah, I'd probably do it, but £12 a month, that's just too much. Alright, Magnussen has jumped us, but I'm not worried about that because our battery is almost fully charged again, and now Felipe is back in the queue. So now we can bring both of our drivers to bear. So 19 laps to go. We're in decent shape. We're 10th and 11th. We've got the pace to beat Magnussen. We've got the pace to beat Norris. Maybe we can get onto the back of Perez, but that might be a bit of a stretch. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Just had a spin.
Oh,
Let's
Norris.
See what happened there? Watch this. We're looking at Lando Norris.
Oh, that's beautiful. That takes Norris out of contention. He's down 11th, but he's 4 seconds off us, and he's got Alonso right behind him, so he's going to lose, I think, to Alonso. And we can just sit behind Magnussen and just charge and charge and charge now. And then just break away from him. And leave him isolated. I do need to play a patient game here. I can't... Well, I could, but I don't really want to break Vesti away until Drugovich is ready to go with him. I want my two drivers being able to back each other up, swap positions and charge each other up once we're clear of Magnussen. If I break Freddie away, then there is a risk that I will lose time. And Magnussen, you know, with Magnussen being passed by Drugovich, might drag Magnussen back into the fight. So I want to be able to sprint both my drivers at the same time. That way I can pretty much guarantee I can get rid of Magnussen. And then I can take my time charging them one at a time without the risk of bringing Magnussen back into play. Although Magnussen is definitely quicker than now that he's got free air. I might have to just go ahead and break away. Gonna have to push Felipe again. Yeah, let's push Freddie.
So use energy.
See if we can break away from Magnussen and then just hope that Magnussen won't have the pace to catch us.
We just need to charge up.
No, we were too far back. I'll wait till next lap. See, Magnussen's doing 140.3. Yeah, he's 4/10 faster than Norris was, so I think, yeah, maybe we're just going to have to sit behind Magnussen and then just try and sprint at the end. I don't know if we're going to have the pace to actually pull away from him and stay ahead of him. Let's see, tyre wear, we are slightly worse than him as well. Norris is holding Alonso back, but he's going to be under pressure for the rest of the race. Right, Freddie's close enough to have a push.
Use energy if you need.
Yellow flag is sector 2.
Is that a lockup?
Oh,
Let's take a
Leclerc.
closer look. Okay, here's the Ferrari. And this...
That's not too bad. Just cost him a few seconds, but didn't lose a position or anything. We are still not close enough, really. Another yellow flag in sector 2, is that... Oh, got a crash.
We've had a crash.
Sainz.
Let's have a look.
Both Ferraris
Let's
having
have
a
another
wobble.
look. Sainz is the focus here.
Oh, this is our first lock up into a wall.
Oh, a nasty crash there.
Yeah, he's cost himself a front wing end plate. Is that going to drop him into the pits? Yes, it is. Now, if he's taken damage to his chassis or a suspension and then he has another crash, that could see him retire and be a VSC or even a full safety car. So, there is still a chance of this field being closed right back up again. And we've just jumped a Ferrari, but it's going to be a very, very fast Ferrari. Alonso and Norris are through as well. Can Ocon get him? Side by side coming out the pits. Yes,
Got loads of energy.
he can get him. Excellent stuff. So that puts 3 cars between us and Sainz now. That'll slow down how quickly he jumps us. More points available. Sainz is still on mediums. He hasn't changed his tyres, just his front wing. No, he's gone for old mediums. He's changed his tyres from whatever his hard tyres were to old mediums. Oh, he's going to be slow. He's going to have no grip at all in just a couple of laps. He's going to have to come in again and put some softs on. Okay, that really changes things. Alright, we'll be in a position to really attack on the next lap now. We finally got Felipe's battery almost back up to full. Given that we're strong in the first sector, I'm going to go for it in sector 1. See if we can get the overtake on the start-finish straight. And then just gain as much time as we can through that first sector.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
We're too far away.
We're not okay on fuel.
We're fine on fuel.
That's it.
I want Magnussen to be just ahead of me across the line. Oh, did we give it to him? I think we gave it to him. That would not be good. Yeah, we gave him DRS. Oh, shit.
Haas with an overtake.
Use energy if you need it. Use energy.
Copy.
Alright, let's have another crack at start-finish straight. Again, we're just not close enough. if we are going to make a move, it's going to have to be on that back straight. Just making sure Felipe doesn't get dropped. Norris is not closing us down, even though he's scrapping with Alonso. Sainz is still yet to get past Ocon.
Okay,
He's going to
he's
have
good.
to pit again soon.
Copy.
Alright, now we are really close. Let's really go for it.
You can use energy.
Copy.
See if we can stay right on his gearbox.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Just going for a move up the inside. Good launch, good launch. Right, we're through. Sainz is now pitting. He's going to be going on to softs. I don't
Looks
think we
like
can pull
Aston
away enough.
Martin have just gained a race position.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
No, we can't. Okay, let's see if we can at least hold the position.
Lift and coast will help.
Yeah, copy.
Maybe we can pull away enough in the final sector. We get a mighty acceleration out of that corner. It's just... he gobbles that tarmac back up again because he's got the DRS. He stayed ahead. This would be Freddie's best position, or best finish of the season. He's had 2 10th place finishes so far. Alright, if we can get a really strong first sector before we run out of battery, we have a chance of maybe dropping Magnussen. He's behind us now rather than side by side. Someone's locked up.
Seems to have been a lockup.
It's Hamilton.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes here. Just a bit too heavy on the brakes, and they've locked up.
That's cost him a couple of seconds, but... oh, he's gone over the sausage curbs. Has that damaged his
The
underfloor?
team are devastated.
We've almost dropped Magnussen. And Felipe is now close enough for a look as well. I think Magnussen's just going to get DRS. He is. Damn it. Right, this is Freddie's last chance to break away. I've got Felipe putting the pressure on. Oh, damn it, Freddie.
Sounds like we've had a spin.
At least we got going again before Norris caught us. Oh, it's just one thing after another. I mean, Freddie's braking really still
Good
desperately
job,
needs
keep pushing.
massive improvement. I think he's still in the 60s. Another lockup. Getting a lot of lockups in this Grand Prix. Who was it this time?
I think there's been a lockup.
It was Joe.
We can take a look now.
I was just saying he
Let's take
just
another look.
dropped a lot of
There
time
we
to the
have
Ferrari.
Joe. Well, they've lost it. They've locked up.
Sainz put him under pressure and he forced a mistake. Well, as things currently stand, we're looking at scoring, what, 6 points, I think? Yeah, 6 points. Haas will score 6, so we won't lose any ground. We will increase our gap over McLaren as well. If we can jump Magnussen with Drugovich, who I think has probably got a better chance. Then we can take 2 more points away from Haas and add 2 more points to us. That'll be a nice little swing. So right now the only option I've got left is just to sit behind Magnussen and try and break him on the last lap or two. So I've got a couple of laps left to try and make sure I get my driver fully charged and in position. Trying to take advantage of each of these DRS zones to not use as much battery. Freddie is just going to have to stay where he is. He can't push. And I can't charge him up without him potentially falling into Norris's clutches, which I do not want to happen. So it's just a battle now between Drugovich and Magnussen. Freddie's going to have to settle for 9th. It's still going to be his best result, but it's another case of what could have been.
We're not okay on fuel.
Copy.
I think I might be just out of range as well. I should get some slipstream down here though. We get such a good launch out of that corner. Gasly takes Perez. And we've got a yellow flag. It's a Ferrari again, I think.
Single yellow.
Yeah, Leclerc with the
Let's see
spin.
what happened there. Watch this. There's Leclerc. And this, yes, this is where they spun out.
I'm just going to get dropped. I just want to make sure that doesn't happen.
Five to go.
Magnussen seems to be stepping it up a little bit. He's got better tyres than us. Maybe it's just tyre wear. Norris has got better tyres as well. Got to be wary of Norris maybe starting to eke up on Vesti. He's a couple of tenths faster. Yeah, either Drogovic's pace has dropped or Magnussen's found some pace from somewhere, because we're struggling to stay with him now. It's not our engine. I think our engine's good till it hits 85%. Right, that should be close enough. Save what little battery we've got left for a push at the end. Just don't think I'm going to be able to charge him up. So we're going to have about 30% to play about with. 26%. It's not as much as I was hoping.
4 laps to go.
Is that traffic in front? It is. We've got a Williams of Latifi a few seconds up the road. Gee, let's try and just grab a bit of battery here through this first sector where we're strong. Gasly and Perez having a right old ding-dong. Someone else has gone wide.
Who's running wide there?
Albon. That's going to bring him into our clutches, potentially. Actually, I don't think we'll catch him. I think we'll only just about catch Latifi. Albon, Ricciardo and Schumacher, I don't think we're going to get them before the end of the
3
race.
to go.
Copy.
Alright, keep it steady, Felipe. Alright, that's as much battery as we can afford to charge up. See if we can make a move on Kevin before we hit the Williams. No, not this lap. So the Williams is going to pull out the way before the end of the lap. Is it going to hold us up?
This is good, come on.
Or can we capitalise on this? Actually, he's not going to get out of the way. That's going to give Kevin DRS, potentially.
Energy if you need it.
No, he didn't get it.
Copy.
2 laps to go.
Ah, damn it. Damn it, Latifi. Every time. Worried that was going to happen. Now we're at DRS range. We've got one more lap after this. Verstappen is on his final lap, but he is behind us. He's not lapped us yet. He's not going to either.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
Okay, suggest lift and coast.
Just make sure Freddie brings it home.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, copy.
That's going to be 0 battery to fight with.
This will be last lap.
Yeah, copy.
No saving required.
Yeah.
Going to have to just throw it all away in the first sector and hope that we can get them moved on the back straight.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
We're good to push.
Yeah, copy.
Use energy.
Yeah.
Right, come on. Need to make this
Stop,
move.
lift and coast.
Copy.
Ah, damn it. Couldn't quite make it and we're out of battery now. That's it. He's got us. That's a shame. Still, good recovery considering 2 issues for Felipe, 1 for Freddie. We still ended up with a double points finish. Who else is spun now? Oh, it's Ricardo.
Flag.
I got all excited for a second then. Have we got more points on the line?
Check the flag.
I was like, no, Norris is behind us. It's not going to be Norris. But yeah, given the start, well, I'll say the start, given the fact that Drogovic had 2 issues, a lock-up and a spin, and Freddie had a spin, to get 8th and 9th is a good recovery.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's driver. Aston Martin having an extremely good day at the track.
Just a really solid showing out there, which is exactly what they needed.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructor standings.
We're nearing the end of the season and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So yeah, 6 points gained, same as Haas. So we don't lose any ground to Haas. We do gain another 5 points over McLaren. So we are pretty much now, I think, barring a disaster, locked in for 8th place. We might even sneak 7th. Although, to be fair, I think it might be better for us if we actually let Haas score more points than us for next season, just so we get a few more hours to play with. You know, the prize money doesn't really help us. So, yeah, that's something to think about. Good result for the team. It's Freddie's best finish of the season. Actually moves him up to 16th now in the standings, ahead of Yuki, who had a disaster again. What was it? Three spins / lockups in the space of a lap and a half. Yeah, his race just completely, well, it was never really going anywhere anyway, but it completely fell apart. And then Ricciardo spinning on the final corner of the final lap and dropping a place or two. Not great for him either. Do we get points for our drivers? We do for Freddie, we don't for Felipe, and nobody cares about Nico. That's harsh, but yeah. Sponsors, we achieved all of our guarantees. We didn't get the fast. Excellent. So let's improve Freddie's braking, and let's also improve Felipe. I want to start. And we've got a research slot available. I forgot to start Nuke Delta. I've got a point for Chris. Let's improve pit crew. No point for Ben. What is our pit crew looking at? Like, yeah, not too bad. So let's see what I'll be working on at the moment. We're working on a rear wing project. What is going to be affected by the reg changes that we haven't done yet? Oh, everything's being affected. The whole car. Okay, so how long until 7 days until the next zone? Improving the chassis is going to be important. We desperately need to improve our engine cooling for next season, plus reducing some of the drag, boosting our airflow for dirty air cornering performance. Chassis is an important upgrade for next season. Let's see. We can get that through in 33 days. Let's go ahead and do that. That'll give us time for one last project. Once that one's done, the rear wing's done in 9 days, so that's realistically going to give us one more project on the rear wing, or where we go, probably the rear wing again. The underfloor is now going to go pretty much to the end of the year, so that's done. Let's see, can we change the engineers assigned at all? We've got 6 engineers there. We've only got 1 on the underfloor, so we'll leave that as it is. We'll leave the rear wing as it is because we need to get that done as quick as we can to get one more good, really good project in with some hours. We're limited to just 1 part per, with hours per part. 1 project per part with hours in research, I think. Maybe it's 2, I'm not sure. I can't remember. But we can get 1 more off the chassis. Depending on what we go with here, we might be able to squeeze 2 smaller parts in, but I might just go for 1 big part. So we might go for a front wing, or we might go for another rear wing. Rear wing's probably a bit more viable, given that our current rear wing isn't great, and our DRS is pretty poor. As you can see, 15th and 19th. Desperately need to improve the rear wing, so I might well do another rear wing project to try and boost our DRS for next season. Let's see. There we go, just all the usual gumph and gubbins. So there we go, that is the end of our stream for tonight. I think we're going to have another good race available at Mexico. We'll struggle on the straight lines, but through the S's I think we'll be pretty good. Through the slow twiddly corners at the middle and end of the lap I think we'll do quite well as well. So yeah, we could be on for some points. We could well be on for some points again in Mexico. As long as we can outscore McLaren, I'm not now overly concerned about outscoring Haas. If they beat us, they beat us. It'll work out more preferable for us, more favourable for us, if they do end up outscoring us in the Constructors for next season, because we'll have a few extra hours for testing, etc. next year if that happens. So we'll be back on Tuesday with our next instalment in our channel, and I'll be back with some more